because who is going to pick out the flaws? You can't even see. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Easy Girl Promise, and Happy New Year! We went back to the store because I did say I can only find this yarn during the winter December festive season, and of course I got it as smart as I could. This was all they had in the store, and yes, I picked everything because I know I'm not gonna see this yarn again for a while. You guys know I have an obsessive personality at this point. If I find something and it works for me, I stick to her like glue. I am going to be making a short for the jacket that we made. It's gonna be such a cute set. Think about the Chanel little piece set. That's the vibe, that's the energy we're going for. After contemplating about the best way to actually add some sort of fastening to this project, I figured an elastic would be my best bet. I have this that I ordered for something else, but it's gonna be perfect. And for my crochet hook, I'm gonna be using the 10. I was going to use a 12, but then it's short. I feel like I can get away with the top having a bit more tension around it, but with the short I might not be able to get away with it without it being too see-through. So I'm gonna start with a 10. If I need to change my mind, that's fine, it's my right. We have the yarn, we have the elastic, we have the crochet hook. Let's get started. So guys, before we go any further, I wanted to apologize because I kept calling the yarn fluffy instead of feather. I know it's gonna annoy some people. It's just out of habit. I've always described the yarn as fluffy. It's taken about 67 chains to make the waist. So I'm just going to add up both corners and then start working on my chain. I always try to explain that one of the main reasons I don't bother doing a tutorial on how I use a fluffy yarn is simply because it involves a lot of filling and you can't see nothing. I usually just stick to the most basic crochet pattern because there's no need to make things complicated. The yarn is very complicated by itself, so you don't need to do too much. All I can advise is pay attention, try to keep track of your stitches as much as you can and just follow them. Trust your instincts, trust that you know what you're doing, and just go with it. Always make sure you keep a sort of loose-ish tension. Guys, the way the tension makes all the difference is insane. If you make the tension too hard, if you make any mistakes, you would not be able to come back to make corrections. And we have a first row. I had to use the pegs to make sure everything was in the right order. So this is what we have so far. Okay, thing for a change, I have my measurements right. All I have to do is continue on the same way. This is how much we did with one yarn. I mean, just a little bit over 3 rows, which is not too bad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a second roll of yarn. The good thing about this yarn is because it's fluffy, I can actually get away with just tying the yarn. And we finished with the second yarn. This is how much we've done. Absolutely loving the way the skirt is coming together. Look at the fullness. This is the string that I've been using as my marker for the first line. So as you guys can see, we're coming up to the end. So all I'm gonna do is decrease this. Actually, I don't feel like I need to use it all up. So I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 more decreases. When I'm cutting the yarn, I try to separate out the feathery part so it's not wasted. Essentially, guys, we have done the body of the skirt. I keep saying skirt because obviously skirts to become a hot pants slash short slash whatever else you want to call it. That's the front and that is the back. Even just exactly how we want her to be. So using this as my marker, it's gonna be 1/2 and this is gonna be the other half. I've only knitted a pair of trousers once, but I want to trust myself and trust the process and believe that I can do it. I'm gonna double the yarn just for the seam. I think this will be enough. So there we go, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So luckily, because I have this, I can use it as my marker. But if you do not have the string or you're not sure, please make sure to actually use a crochet marker for yours. It's connected. I think I just made a short, guys. Okay, let's not get too carried away. I have my middle, which is absolutely perfect, so I can just start working on one half. I know I said we shouldn't get carried away, but guys, I made a short. I'm making a short with fluffy yarn, for that matter. Honestly, as difficult as fluffy yarn is to work with, it's also super forgiving, because who is going to pick out the flaws? You can't even see. This is tricky. I've crocheted round and we're back to the seams around the leg. I need to be even more extra careful with this section here because it affects both seams. Oh my gosh. It's beginning to happen. Honestly, as much as this yarn gives me grief when I'm working with it, I just can't resist, because when it's going good, like it's going good, and you guys know I'm an instant gratification type of girl, so I just love seeing the results in real time. I was so scared the first time I spotted this yarn, and here we are having a full outfit just because I did not give up. You cannot rush your way through it. You have to take your time. On that note, we have the first half of the legs coming together. I think I've gone past the most difficult parts for this section here. I don't actually remember if I'm on my third or second row with this leg. I've lost count. But what I do know is that I don't want to make it any longer. So I'm going to start decreasing. I'm gonna leave myself a bit more in case I need to make it longer. I doubt that will be the case, but just in case, you know. I'm gonna lock it in just once in case I have to come back. This is what we have so far. I think this is pretty long enough. I don't want it any longer. It looks just like a hot pant right now. That is sort of what the vibe is, you know? So it is a hot pant. I'm gonna try and stem out this line when I finish. But aside from that, I think I'm happy. Let's get the second leg done. Cut off some of the excess, and this is where we are. One leg looks much longer than the other, so something is not quite right. I'm just gonna reduce the legs that is longer, because like I said, guys, this is a hot pant. It's a mini short or whatever else you want to call it, and I would rather it was short than it was long. I really try not to need to undo any stitches, because it's not like I can see what I'm doing, you know? This is why it's so important to keep the tension loose. I know you might be tempted to make it tight. Don't do it. Do not do it. It's not worth the headache. Except if you know for a fact that you're not gonna make any mistakes, then by all means do it. We've made the correct adjustment and I think it's better. All we have to do is the elastic, which I already measured out. I was trying to decide the best way to apply the elastic, and I think adding a channel might just be the best way for me. Guys, I really don't know what are these called. Let me know in the comment section, but I ordered them and we are going to use that to sew. I'm gonna try this out for the first time, so this should be fun. I'm just folding the elastic over, just making sure I have enough room for the channel, but I don't want to sew more than I need, so I think this is pretty fine. I switched over to a POV in the hope that you guys can see what I'm doing a bit better. If there is anything I did not cover in this video, please let me know in the comment section. I did try to answer most of the questions that I get across all my social media, like how do you do it, what hooks do you use, how is the tension, all of that. I try to cover as much as possible, but again, if I missed anything, just let me know and I would answer in the comment section. I have my makeup done, my hair is did, I even have some gold jewelry to match the jacket. So I guess the only thing left is for us to try this whole outfit on. I cannot be the only one who's obsessed with this look, so let me know what you think in the comment section. I feel like the piece came together so perfectly. I'm really happy with both of them in my wardrobe just because I can think of so many outfits, and that's exactly why I love making my own clothes. If you guys watch to this point and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a few more yarn left over, so I'm sort of thinking about what to do with it, so make sure your notification icon is turned on so you see what we made. I wish you guys the most amazing 2026. I'll speak to you guys real soon and love you guys loads. Mwah! Bye!